a $1.7 million bunker disguised as a limo, a $500 million flying Kremlin, a $2 billion art collection that would make the Louvre jealous. This is how Vladimir Putin spends his insane fortune. From gold-plated thrones to bulletproof supercars, we're diving into the 10 most outrageous things owned by the world's richest leader. And trust me, you're not ready for the final one. Let's start with Putin's wardrobe. Forget regular suits, this guy walks around in handmade Italian masterpieces worth up to $110,000 each. That's right, his blazer costs more than your car. And for gym wear? Oh, just a casual $3,200 tracksuit. Because if you're bench pressing Russia's GDP, you gotta look good doing it. And don't even get me started on the shoes. When most of us hit the gym, we throw on some busted up sneakers. Putin? $11,000. Salvatore Ferragamos? That's right, his shoes alone are worth 3 months' salary for the average Russian. Is he lifting weights or lifting the economy? But enough about outfits, let's talk about where the magic happens. No, not the Kremlin, Putin's bathroom. And in true dictator fashion, he's got a $75,000 gold-plated toilet because when you rule with an iron fist, you might as well, you get the joke. And before you think this is excessive, former US President Donald Trump installed a solid gold toilet on his private jet, and some Arab sheikhs have diamond-encrusted commodes. So, in the world of billionaire bathrooms, Putin's just playing it humbly. Speaking of expensive taste, let's talk watches, because why just tell time when you can own it? Putin's collection is worth $700,000, more than some people make in a lifetime. His crown jewel, a $500,000 platinum watch that's so fancy it could probably predict global conflicts. And because flexing is part of his foreign policy, Putin randomly gives away watches like they're party favors. He once gifted a $10,000 Blancpain to a factory worker. Imagine getting 2 years' salary just for shaking hands with Putin. Where's my invite? But let's be real. Putin isn't taking the subway. His daily driver, a $1.7 million armored limo called the Aurus Senate. Think James Bond's car, but Russian. It's bulletproof, explosion-proof, and if needed, war-proof. It's basically a rolling tank with leather seats. It can drive on punctured tires, survive chemical attacks, and probably even order a nuclear strike from the back seat. Who needs Uber when you have a fortress on wheels? But what about air travel? Introducing Putin's $30 million chopper. This isn't just any helicopter, it's a 5-star hotel with armor plating. Think of it as a flying nightclub, but with anti-missile systems. Because who doesn't want bottle service and missile defense in one package? But wait, it gets better. Putin's got a fleet of private jets, and his main ride, the $500 million Ilyushin Il-96, aka Putin Force One. It's got a gold toilet, a mini gym, and missile defense systems. Because even in World War III, Putin's got to get his bicep curls in. And if he ever needs to disappear on the water, Putin's got a yacht worth $100 million. And this isn't just a boat, it's got a pool that turns into a dance floor. That's right, his yacht has a built-in club. Drake, take notes. Security? Oh, just a secret escape pod, an armory, and a mini submarine, because if things ever get too hot, Putin can just vanish beneath the waves. Who needs James Bond when you are the villain? But none of this compares to his Black Sea Palace, a $1 billion mega mansion that makes Versailles look like a studio apartment, with Greek statues guarding the pool, an underground wine cave, and even a stripper lounge. It's a half-palace, half-party house. And yes, he built a church on the property, because when you have a casino and a stripper pole, you also need a place to confess. Work-life balance, am I right? But Putin's most expensive possession isn't a plane, a palace, or a yacht. It's his energy empire. This guy controls billions in gas, oil, and mining. Want to know why Europe freezes in the winter? Because Putin owns the thermostat. Now, we've covered planes, yachts, and palaces, but let's talk about art. Putin is sitting on a secret collection worth over $2 billion. And no, we're not talking thrift store paintings. We're talking Da Vinci's, Rembrandt's, and Picasso's, masterpieces that belong in the Louvre, but instead, they're chilling in Putin's private stash. And here's the kicker. Some of these paintings were relocated from Europe during World War II. That's right. Some historians say the Russian government acquired these treasures and, well, let's just say they never found their way back. Oops. But Putin doesn't just collect fine art, he collects entire stadiums. Yep, he owns sports teams too. The man literally built a $1 billion arena for the 2014 Sochi Olympics. And fun fact, that entire Olympics cost Russia over $50 billion. That's more than every other Winter Olympics combined. But let's shift gears. What do you buy when you've got more money than you know what to do with? Exotic pets? No. Putin doesn't have a golden retriever or a Persian cat. The man has literal tigers and leopards. Because nothing screams, "I'm the boss," like having a pet that could eat your enemies. And speaking of horses, Putin has an entire collection of them. Some of his stallions are worth over $2 million each. These aren't just your average ponies, they're genetically superior, hand-bred, and treated like royalty. Probably get better healthcare than most people, but let's go even bigger. When you're a world leader, you don't just own fancy cars, you own entire train lines. Putin has his own private, secret railway system. That's right, a whole underground transit network built just for him. If things ever go south, he can hop on his luxury train and disappear like a Bond villain. And this isn't some basic commuter train. We're talking presidential suites, conference rooms, and high-tech security. Basically, it's Air Force One on tracks. And the kicker? Nobody knew it existed until investigative journalists tracked its movement in 2023. Classic Putin move, flex, but in secret. But Putin doesn't just invest in things, he invests in people. Specifically, his own army of spies. While other world leaders have bodyguards, Putin has a personal security force of over 3,000 people. That's an entire battalion. And their job? Protect him at all costs. We're talking food tasters, decoy convoys, and body doubles. Yep, body doubles. Some experts believe Putin has at least 3 clones walking around, so if you ever see him in 2 places at once, you didn't. Oh, and here's a wild fact. Putin's guards even carry a portable briefcase full of his DNA. Why? To prevent enemies from stealing it. That's right. They literally collect his sweat, hair, and fingerprints so no one can clone him. This is some science fiction, Mission Impossible level paranoia. But paranoia isn't cheap. Putin's personal security bill, over $1 billion a year. And that's just his bodyguards. When you include cybersecurity, intelligence agencies, and mystery disappearances, the real number is probably way higher. And if you thought that was extra, let's talk about nuclear bunkers. Putin has dozens of underground fortresses scattered across Russia. Some are hidden beneath mountains, others under lakes. The biggest one? A secret city beneath the Ural Mountains, basically a whole underground metropolis designed to survive a nuclear war. And it's not just about survival, it's about ruling from the shadows. If things go south, Putin can vanish underground and still control the country, because if you're going to be a dictator, you need a backup lair. So there you have it. Putin doesn't just own expensive things, he owns entire systems, industries, and even escape plans. This isn't just luxury, it's power. And whether you love him or hate him, one thing's clear, this man lives like a real-life supervillain. What do you think? Which of Putin's insane luxuries shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around. We've got even crazier billionaire secrets coming your way.